Hey, hello In Motion yogis. I'm back in Cleveland after a wonderful, although shortened, ski season due to COVID-19. It's so nice to see you guys virtually. We are moving into our balance section of our practice today and then taking it down to the ground. So find your strong mountain pose. Ground down through your feet. Rotate your thighs inward. Pull in your belly, shoulders down the back. Root down into the ground so that you can grow up through your spine, raising into the heavens. Mountain pose. Deep breath. All right, if your eyes are closed, flutter them open. We're going to move into tree pose. Remember, this is a balance pose and a hip opener. I've got a chair here, and I'm going to use this for balance. I also have a book so that the chair doesn't topple over. I'm going to be my right hip to the back of the chair, and I'm going to place about 80% of my weight into my right leg. And then I'm going to take my left foot and I'm going to go on the balls of my foot, and then I'm going to rotate my hip out, and I'm going to rest my my heel on top of my ankle. This may be your expression of tree pose. If you want a little bit more challenge, just guide your foot up to rest on your calf. Find your core, find your strong base into the ground, and then choose your arm expression. Perhaps you want to take your hand off of the chair, bringing it to hands prayer. Perhaps you want to keep your hand on the chair and raise your left arm up to the sky. Your expression. Tree pose, growing strong in the spring. At least we have spring, right? 3 rounds of breath. Bring your hands down to your hip. Guide your left knee in and bring it down to meet the right. Walking it on out. Take your chair over to the other side. Again, having the book so that the chair doesn't topple over. Setting up for tree pose on the other side. Find your base. 80% weight into the left leg. Opening up that right hip. Kickstanding the heel onto the left ankle. Perhaps that's where you want to be. Perhaps you want to guide it up to your calf. Again, challenging balance with hands at prayer, or staying safe on the chair and raising your right arm up to the sky. Look how that expression has brought out the sunshine. Breathing in your core. 3 rounds of breath. Shoulder down, no earrings, as Michael would say. All right, guiding that right knee into your chest and placing the foot down. Shoulder rolls. All right, second balance pose of the day. Again, I'm going to have the chair. Maybe this time I'll have it in front of me. Well, no, then that blocks the view. We'll just do it this way. Okay, find yourself in chair pose. Again, as you go down, as if you're sitting in a chair, I'm going to hold on for balance. Make sure you can see your toes beyond your knees. More weight in the left foot, because the chair is over here, than the right. And then just cross your right leg over your left. This is the first expression. Perhaps you want to put it over the knee. Finding your safe expression of eagle legs. Now the right leg is over the left, therefore the right arm is going to be under the left, and you're going to give your shoulders a little bit of a hug. Eagle pose. Some of you may want to take it further by crossing your elbows, linking your hands, looking through the keyhole, opening up your back. rounds of breath. The best thing about eagle pose is coming out of it flying like a bird in springtime. Step it out. Change the chair over to the other side for balance. Deep breath, maybe taking time to have a glass of water. Setting up for eagle pose on the other side. Chair pose. As if you're sitting in a chair, engage your core. Make sure you can see your toes beyond your knees. Placing more weight in the right leg than the left. Taking the chair for balance and then bringing your left leg over your right. Perhaps this is enough. Or perhaps, now let me see, the left leg is over the right, so the left arm is going to be under the right. And then either staying here with a hug or going into eagle arms. 3 rounds of breath. It's okay if you wobble, it's okay if you come out and get your balance. Just let your body do its thing. So happy to be doing yoga again together. And unfurl. Taking a break. Checking our time here. Third balance pose. Warrior 3. Inviting everyone to use the chair. Stepping back so that you can have straight arms. Bending into the left knee. I'm going to do it the other way so you can see it better. Bending into the right knee and then kicking the left leg back. Pointing the toes to the ground, flexing that left foot, squaring both hips to the ground, and trying to bring a little bit of a cobra into your back using the chair as balance. Pulling into your core. 3 rounds of breath. Bending into that right knee, bringing the left leg to meet the right. Taking the chair on the other side so you can see it from this side. Warrior 3 on the other side. More weight into the left leg and kicking that right leg back. Extending the back, a little bit of a back opener like a cobra, flexing that right foot, hips square to the earth. 3 rounds of breath. Inviting a bend into that left knee and bringing the right foot to meet the left. Okay, you've worked hard, yogis. Finding your way down safely to the ground, whatever that might look like, using the chair, finding your way safely down to the ground, and we're going to find ourselves in a seated staff pose. Maybe it'll be easier for you to see it this way, I think. This is my clock. Again, sits bones rooted into the earth as if they're your feet. Flexing your toes as if you're pressing into the earth. Long spine. Raising your arms up to the sky. And then hinging at the waist and just going as far as your flexibility allows, and then just letting your hands come down. And breathing. These times require us to balance our emotions during uncertainty and then to ground, which these poses on the ground are helping us do. To ground us. Coming on up, taking the right leg out wide and doing tree pose on the ground, guiding your left foot onto the inside of your right thigh, squaring your torso over the elongated right leg, raising the arms, and like we did in staff pose, going down for head beyond knee pose. Nice stretch for the back of the right leg. Nice hip opener for the left hip. 3 rounds of breath. Coming on up. And switching sides. Left leg out wide. Right foot on the inside of the left thigh. Squaring the torso over the extended left leg. Raising the arms to the sky. Hinging at the waist. And draping over the extended left leg. Opening up the back side of the left leg. And opening up the right hip. 3 rounds of breath. Coming on up. Setting up for butterfly pose. Placing both feet together. This is a nice hip opener. Maybe you want to be dynamic and just flap your butterfly wings. Perhaps you want to invite more of a hip opener by grasping opposite feet and using the elbows on your thighs to open up the hips as you bow forward. I meant to cue 3 rounds of breath. I forgot. Sorry about that, yogis. Okay, taking the hands on the outside of the legs, closing your legs like a book. All right, we're doing pretty well. I think we're done. Thank you, yogis.